Hello everyone, my name is D. Hemalata, working as an assistant professor in the Department of CSC, SRCAD Engineering College. In this lecture, we will see how to represent the polynomials with a linked list under the subject Advanced Data Structures. The objectives of this lecture are to differentiate polynomials representation with arrays and linked list and to learn polynomial implementation with a linked list. And what is a single variable polynomial? So a single variable polynomial can be generalized as f of x equal to sigma I equal to 0 to n ai into xi. That means a polynomial is a sum of terms and each term having coefficient, variable and exponent. This is the example of single variable polynomial. Here the term minus x square minus 8 represents the coefficient, x represents the variable and 2 represents the exponent. And the degree of the polynomial is defined as the largest exponent on one of its variables. Here the largest exponent is 3, so the degree of the polynomial is 3. There are different ways to implement the polynomials. One way is arrays and other way is linked list. Coming to array implementation, the exponents of the expression are arranged from 0 to the highest degree, which is represented by the subscript of the array beginning with 0. And the coefficients of the respective exponent are placed at an appropriate index in the array. That means the array starting location stores the coefficient of the x power 0 term and the next location stores the coefficient of x power 1 term. So in the given example, the first polynomial p1 of x, p1 of 0 stores the value 4 because it's a coefficient of x power 0 term, and p1 of 1 stores the value 5 because it's the coefficient of x power 1 term. Similarly for the next term. So in general, the maximum size of the array should be the degree of the polynomial. Here the maximum size is 3. And coming to the second polynomial p2, p2 of 0 stores the value minus 6, p2 of 1 stores the value 23. So here there is no x squared term. So the fill the location with value 0. There is no x power I term in the given polynomial. Now fill the corresponding location with 0. There is no x cube term. Then fill the location with 0 and p2 of 4 stores the value 9. In array representation, we can access the coefficients randomly. That means we can access the coefficient of any term by using the index I. Here index I means index I represents the exponents. And coming to the third example, the degree of the polynomial here is 25. So the maximum size of the array is 25. Under the 25 locations, only 4 locations are used to store the valid coefficient because only there are 4 terms. All the remaining locations are filled with zeros. This is why arrays are not good to represent the polynomials. In case of sparse polynomials, there is a wastage of space. And coming to the polynomials with linked list representation, for a single variable polynomial, the information field of the node contains two parts, one for coefficient and other for the exponent. And the link part is used to store the next node address. So for this example, linked list representation is like this. Here each node is used to store the information about the each term in the given polynomial, and root is an external pointer that is used to point to the first node, and first node contains the information about the term which has the highest exponent, and this node points to the next node has the hold the next to lowest degree term. Similarly for the next terms, and the last node pointer holds the null, that means present the end of the list. This is how polynomials are represented with linked list. Here there are only 4 nodes are used to store the information. There is no wastage of space. And coming to the advantages of polynomials with linked list, save space because only create the space for existing terms, and easy to maintain, no need to worry about the sparse polynomial. And one disadvantage in polynomials with linked list is sequential access. That means we can access the terms one by one starting from the highest coefficient, highest index exponent term. And now we'll see a simple routines to implement the polynomial operations like reading the polynomial from the keyboard and display the polynomial on the screen. This is a node declaration for the polynomial node. Here the polynomial node contains three parts: coefficient, exponent, and next node address. This is used to store the next node address. And coming to the read poly routine is used to read the polynomial from the keyboard. Here the starting statement first equal to null is used to initialize the polynomial starting pointer as null, and two variables c and p are used to read the coefficient and exponent respectively. Now enter the coefficient exponent in increasing order and terminate input with 0 0. That means give the input like this for this polynomial. Give 3 4 2 3 5 1 6 0 and terminate the input with 0 0. So this while statement is used to read the input repeatedly. And see this statement first equal to insert and first comma c comma b. This means this insert function create a new node and fill the new node with the given information and insert the node at the end of the list. So when while reaches the input 0 0, then it's terminated and finally return the constructed list. And the next routine is write poly routine is used to display the given polynomial on the screen. Write poly takes polynomial starting pointer as the input. If it is null, that means given polynomial is empty, no need to print, then return. Otherwise, copy the given polynomial pointer to temporary pointer. By using this temporary pointer, we can traverse each and every node in the given polynomial. And by using this print statement, we can print all the nodes up to the last node. By using the last print statement, print the last node. This is how the polynomial is created on the screen. This is the output for the previous two routines. So enter the coefficient exponent in increasing order and terminate the input with 0 0. And the constructed polynomial is like this: 3x square, 5x cube, 2x square, 3x power 1 plus 7. The summary of this lecture is there are two representations to implement the polynomials. One is arrays. In arrays, for the sparse polynomials, there is a wastage of space and we can access the terms randomly. In linked list, there is no wastage of space for the sparse polynomials, but we can access the terms one by one starting from the highest exponent term. Next PPT, we will see the operations of polynomials like addition and multiplication. Thank you.